Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Among Stouts. If you're new here, I'm a new homeschooling mom of 4 kiddos, and in today's video, I wanted to share with you my March favorites. So I have a little bit of mom stuff, a little bit of homeschool stuff, and a lot of really good things that I was enjoying in March that I wanted to go ahead and share with you in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys, I'm going to start off with some makeup stuff. So in the month of March, I had actually, if you're new to my channel or if you've never watched any of my favorites videos, I enjoy wearing like a super easy either BB cream, tinted moisturizer, or something really light and easy to put on. But in March, I have actually been wearing foundation, and I've been enjoying it. I know I don't have too much time left, being that I live here in Texas, and as it heats up, foundation just doesn't do well on my skin. It melts off, and it's not a good situation. So I will be going back to a BBCC tinted moisturizer here pretty soon. But I was really enjoying this matte and poreless Fit Me foundation in the month of March. I have actually had this for a while. And so I just took it out of the cabinet and decided to go ahead and start using it and hopefully use it up before I can't use it anymore. But what I like about this is I have combination skin, so I'm really oily in my T-zone, and then I have dry patches like on my cheeks and like the tops of my forehead and the sides. And so that's why I prefer a matte BB cream. Those usually do well on my skin because they're really thin. But this has been working really nice, and it's been covering up any blemishes that I have that pop up when they pop up. So really been enjoying this. And to go with that is this Fit Me powder. I had normally been using a different powder from Maybelline, but I have really been liking this one. I noticed that, well, one, this one has more color ranges than the other powder that I was using, so I was able to find one that better matches my skin. And then two, it doesn't sit as heavy and as powdery on my skin like the other one did. I feel like the other one, while I like it, just comparing the two, I think this one is lighter, and it keeps my face from looking oily or greasy a lot longer with not as many touch-ups needed or blots needed to get the oil off. So I've really been enjoying using these two together. Again, they are the Fit Me by Maybelline. And I use the Fairlight powder and the classic Ivory foundation, just for reference. So the other thing, I feel like since having braces, I can't have a favorites video without mentioning some kind of chapstick. This is one that's just here on my nightstand. I do prefer the Burt's Bees, but I have all different kinds of chapsticks all over the house and in every bag that I own, just because I can't go a minute without putting something on my lips. So chapstick, super necessary, super favorite. And then the next thing is, I have struggled the last few years. I would say ever since I had my third kiddo, I've struggled with adult acne pretty bad here and there. And I was kind of in a situation lately to where my face would be pretty, like, my skin was doing really good, but around my cycle, like my hormone shifts were just causing me to have major breakouts. And so I had been using Tula, like the probiotic facial cleanser, and I think I mentioned that in a favorites video before, and I really like that. And I also purchased a acne set, and so I've been using the acne wash, which I like, but these two have been really good adding into my skincare routine. And this is the Tula skincare. It's called the Breakout Star, and it's the oil-free acne moisturizer. And then this one is the Cleared Up Acne Clearing and Toning Correcting Gel. So these two have worked really well. I noticed that especially in March, I noticed, because I think I started using this in February, but I noticed a big difference in March as I went through my cycle and everything, is I did have some blemishes or some acne pop up, but not nearly as much as I normally would have. And then whenever I used these two, it cleared it up really quickly without any scarring. So that's been another issue that I've had. I feel like adult acne is like, I didn't have very much as a teenager, and I broke out a lot when I went to basic training. And even then, when I had acne, they popped up, they went away, whatever. But maybe as I get older, like they just, like the actual pimples are just worse. And so sometimes they leave scarring. But I noticed that with these, they shrink them down really quickly and then they just go away. So I've really been enjoying these. So if you're like me and struggling with some adult acne, hormonal acne or something like that, try out this Tula skincare. You can get the set like I did with the wash and these two, or you can just get these two and add them to whatever face wash you already use. But I highly recommend trying those out if you are struggling with acne. And so the last beauty product that I have to mention is this, what is it called? It's just a cream eyeshadow, and I think the color is ombre. It's this cream shadow by Beauty Counter, and that's what it looks like. And I was just really, I don't use a whole lot of eyeshadow all the time, but what I really have been liking about this and what I really loved about it in March is it's so easy to just like paint it on your eyelid and then dab it out and just go on your way. Like you don't have to do anything else, add anything else if you don't want to. So it's super, and this color is just really pretty and sparkly too. So it's neutral, sparkly, and really easy to apply. So it became a quick favorite of mine. And I got this, I think, in either December or January, but I didn't use it until March, and I really loved it. Okay, so now we're done with the makeup stuff. So I got this from my husband for Christmas, and it is this Fawn Design fanny pack. And he makes fun of me for using, but seriously, this thing has been a favorite of mine since Christmas, and I can't believe I'm not mentioning it until now. So I have other purses, but they're like tote bag purses, and they're just really heavy. And so this is just so easy to just clip to my waist and go and take care of business. Nothing on my arms, nothing to deal with. Like, I like using a backpack style also. My diaper bag is backpack style. Then I have a tote purse. Those are nice and they're fine, but they can be bulky and they can like weigh on your shoulders. And this is just so easy. Every essential thing that I need to take with me fits in here. So I feel like I'm taking less stuff. And this has been really handy on our CC community days, because I can clip this to my waist and not worry about tracking my purse or figuring out where my purse is or where I've left it. So I have really been enjoying a fanny pack. And if you are still like, I don't know, fanny packs like old school, mom, or like geeky or something, trust me, just get a cute one like this little Fawn Design one and try it out. I think that everyone should have a fanny pack, especially moms. Like, we are on the go all the time, running after little ones, or you know, doing major things with our big ones. So having a fanny pack has just been, it's so much easier than even a backpack, I swear. Get your fanny pack. The other thing, and I have a few different pairs of these to show you guys, but the other thing that I have been loving in March as the weather is like warming up, I love to wear sandals, but when it's cold, my toes get cold and I don't really love being in sandals. So I found a happy medium with mules. So they're still slip-on. I don't have to wear socks, but my toes are covered. And I've been really, really loving them. And I wore the heck out of them in March. So these are just a black pair of mules that I have, and these came from Old Navy. I also have these in a like tan neutral color that are super cute that I wear a lot. These are one of my absolute favorites, and these are Sam Edelman, and they're just brown and like super, super cute. Love those. And then another favorite that I have is this leopard print, and these are by Caslon. These here. And those are super cute. I got these a couple years ago from Nordstrom. Same with those brown ones. But the Old Navy ones I got like maybe 6 months ago. So they might still be there. I'm not sure. But just find a cute pair of mules that you like. If you like to be sockless but you want to have on cute shoes or have your toes covered up. These are like the best when I don't have nail polish on my toes or something like that. They're really good if I want to keep just my toes warm, but I still want to just be able to slip on something and get out of the house. Yeah, I've really been loving mules. So on to some homeschool items that we really loved in the month of March. This wouldn't be a favorites video without mentioning this particular curriculum, and it is the Easter mini unit, He is Risen by Gather on Homeschool. This Easter unit was incredible. I have a video that has a flip through and talks all about it that I can link in the description. But if you didn't do it this year, take a look at that video and watch the flip through, and definitely put it on your to-do list for next Easter. It is so, so good. And then to go with that, our favorite book that we read in the month of March was The Donkey Who Carried a King. Now, we read quite a bit of good books, especially during the time of doing our Easter mini unit, but this one we all really enjoyed. So the next thing that I have is I have a review all about this curriculum that I will also leave in the description, but in the month of March specifically, IEW was a favorite of mine because of everything that it has taught this school year. So in the month of March, my son was working on his final paper for Essentials, which is his Faces of History paper, and he picked Meriwether Lewis as his face of history, who he was going to write his paper about. And honestly, like, that task for my son before IEW would have been, I probably would have given up and just not had him do it. But this provided him throughout the school year all of the tools that he needed to be successful in getting that paper done. And so I was so proud of him. I helped him write his presentation, and the way that I helped, because he had already written a full paper, I went ahead and I took what he wrote and I made it into a shorter, like 2 to 3 minute presentation. But I purposefully did things wrong so that he could go through and then edit it and like fix it to how what it said in here. So he went through and he found like the banned words. I didn't use any ly adverbs. He figured out how he could add those in. And I did things to like make him go through and actually have to work to make his presentation IEW standards with the skills that he had already learned from here. And so that is why this curriculum is a favorite of mine for the whole year, but more specifically for the month of March, because I saw the fruit of his labor from all year long, working on learning all of the different skills, and then all of the different skills that are taught in this, and then going and using that by, we found his resources, or we found his sources, and then him having to go through and figure out the 2 topics or themes that he was going to write about, making the keyword outlines for those, and doing his fuse outline, to then writing his paragraphs, and going through and adding adding all of the flourishing with the ly adverbs, and making sure he's not using banned words. So that is why this was a favorite of mine, and I was just so proud of him when he, like, we wrote out his presentation and I had him type it out, and we just had like a half sheet, and I was like anticipating him to go up there and just read his presentation from his paper, but he surprised me in memorizing it and went up there and recited his presentation from memory, which shocked me. I didn't know he had it in him, but definitely he humbled me as his mom, and just proving that even when we think that our kids can't do something, they prove us wrong. So it's hard not to think that your kids can't do things, but don't hold them to the standard that you've set for them, or limit them if that's how you are thinking about them. They might surprise you. And last but not least is the South America unit from Gather Around Homeschool. We completed this unit, or we did this unit throughout the month of March, and we loved it. So we loved everything that we learned about all of the different countries, all of the different cultures, and all of the different indigenous people groups and immigrants that make up South America, and all the different parts of South America, the landscapes, the habitats, the animals. And then we had a lot of fun learning basic words and phrases in Spanish, so much that we are on the hunt for a really good Spanish curriculum to hopefully add to our homeschool for next year. So you should definitely check it out, just in case it's something that you're interested in. But we did really love this one. I would say this is probably our favorite full unit, and definitely our favorite continent unit that we've done. So this is a really good one, but the U.S. government and U.S. history are probably our top favorites, but those are mini units. So our favorite full unit is probably this one. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that I was able to share some of my favorites with you that you have not used before or that you haven't heard of, and maybe it's something, just the thing that you were looking for, so that you can go and check it out or possibly pick it up. And just let me know down in the comments, what are some things that have been your favorites or some things that you have been loving lately. I'm always looking to try new things, so let me know down in the comments what some of your favorites are. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I'd love to have you here as a part of my community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!